Hi, my name is Dr. Chike Akua. I'm a teacher transformation specialist and a leadership strategist for urban school leaders. And I want to talk to you today a little bit about expectations. And when I'm providing professional development and leadership training for teachers and leaders in different parts of the country, I oftentimes share a story of some of the challenges that I faced in high school. At one time in my academic career, I had a 1.9 GPA. Definitely not something that I'm proud of, but it gives me a certain sensitivity in working with underachieving students. And I'll never forget when I was in high school, I was really struggling, but there was one thing I loved to do, and that was to write. And I was taking an expository writing class, and I was doing really well. Every week we would have to write papers, and I couldn't wait to get my grade back, and it was usually an A. But one week in particular, I got my paper back, and there was no grade on it. It just said, "See me." And I said, man, I wonder what the teacher wants to see me about. So I went up to see the teacher, and he looked at my paper, and he said, oh, now I remember why I wanted to see you. He said, well, what does this word mean? I told him what the word meant. He said, well, what does this word mean in your paper? I told him what the word meant. Then he looked a little further and said, well, what does this word mean? I told him what the word meant, the dictionary definition, and the context of how I had used it in the paper. Now, he went through about 5 or 6 of these words asking me what they meant. And I was a little confused, but then finally he just looked at me and he said, you didn't write this paper, did you? I said, yes, I did write this paper. But he was still not convinced. And this is why I want to talk to you about expectations. Because there was something in the mind of that teacher that looked at a child that looked like me, that said to him that I was not supposed to be able to write like that. He didn't know that I would go on to write my first book by the age of 24. He didn't know that I would write 8 books by the age of 34, and produce a number of DVDs. He didn't know I would go on to become a language arts teacher like him, and a teacher of teachers, a teacher of the year, featured in Ebony magazine, and hosting my own conference for teachers and leaders, the Teacher Transformation Institute, traveling nationally and internationally, and being on radio and television. Now, I'm not saying any of this to impress you, but to impress upon you. What you expect of your students makes a big difference. But I learned that day that my teacher didn't expect very much of me, because a child who looked like me was not supposed to be able to write like that. And so I share this with you. If you're watching this as a teacher or leader, I'm asking you to re-examine your expectations of your students, to see greatness in them, to see something in them that they may not even see in themselves, and to call it forth. My name is Dr. Chike Akua. I'm a teacher transformation specialist and a leadership strategist for urban schools. If this sounds like a message that your teachers and your leaders need, then get in contact with us at myteachertransformation.com or drakua.net.